Hi everyone, welcome to Oddcast, the For Nerds by Nerds show. Today you're joined by myself, Joe.
CN.
And Paige.
And we know that there's a lot of consoles out there. A lot of them. Even ones that nobody plays. We're looking at you, Stadia. But in our house, we'll probably admit it and carry the banner. We're pretty much Sony people.
Yeah.
I think PlayStation kind of won us all over, and since I don't need an Xbox to play Xbox games in the next generation, it looks like this isn't going to be the one that's going to change my mind either. So we wanted to talk about something that's very exciting to us, which is the PS5.
Yay!
It now has an official release date, which is November 12th for the United States, and that means the countdown is on. Yeah. That means that it's no longer a wait for the next generation. Now it is, the next generation is pretty much fucking here.
Yeah, basically.
The first thing that we wanted to discuss about the PS5 is this pre-order nightmare that has ensued. So we actually have friends who work at GameStop, and Sony said, hey, we're going to make it so that the pre-orders are ready tomorrow. And GameStop was like, F-bomb on that, they're ready tonight. And they put their pre-orders out the night after the release date was given at 6 p.m. And by the time that we arrived at GameStop at 7:30...
Which, it was actually before that. It was like 7:15-ish?
Yeah, 7:15, sold out. And it makes sense because there was only 12 per store. Didn't know that.
Jeez, that's it? 12?
Yeah, 12 for pre-orders. Now keep in mind that obviously at launch...
6 of each kind?
No.
Or just 12?
So that's the other thing that I was going to discuss is that Sony said that it's going to be a 50-50 split between digital and disc. However, what a lot of people are complaining about online and everywhere else is that the digital ones, which is of course the lower price point at $399, as opposed to the $499 start point, don't seem to be as available. And a lot of people are making memes about it, like 50-50 split, but it's like 99% and 1% because it forces people to then pre-order the $500 one. And not everybody has it GameStop style where you can pay part of it as a down payment and then pay the rest as you go. Some of it for pre-order is you pay the whole thing. And then
I know Target and Best Buy, you have to pay the whole thing.
Yeah, so everybody's been in this weird like race. Like it's like getting concert tickets almost.
Yeah, it's a weird clusterfuck of just like miscommunication or just trying to pumping out. Hell, even Walmart had to walk back their pre-ordered nonsense. Like,
and if you haven't been able to pre-order, don't worry, guys. It is okay.
You can actually
you can find them on eBay right now. They're like $1,000
for like $2,000.
Yeah. So if you really need that PlayStation right out the gate, right at the jump, just to say you have it, eBay's got you covered.
Now, to as a real thing, Sony does allow you to go on their website. And you can actually register.
They did allow you to register.
You still can. You still can register, but how the registration works is you have to put in your email address, and then you'll just get a thank you at the end. That's it. Yeah. So then what you have to do now is wait to get a special email from them.
Yeah, for those of you who are still playing Pokemon Go, it's essentially an EX raid pass. If you can't make it to that time, guess what? You're shit out of luck. Oh, you're going to be at work? You're not going to be at work. You better be waiting in the line so you can get the PlayStation 5 right out the jump. Or guess what? You ain't going to catch it in your little Pokeball. It ain't going to happen for you. You ain't going to have
That is a hilarious analogy. That is perfect. That's beautiful right there.
But that said, I'm still super fucking hyped. Yeah, I am all aboard the hype train. Stoked. And you know what? Every time I go to a retailer that I would be going to anyways, I'm still going to fucking ask if they have one available for pre-order so that I can pre-order it. Now, just because Judo and I want to jump out the gate doesn't mean everybody does.
Paige. Yeah, no, I super don't. I'm over it. So my thing is, I learned this, I guess in the PS2 was when I really decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to get the first generation of a console because I hear my friends talk about how the overheating and all that, and especially when it came to the 360. So glad I waited a couple of editions past that, because when the 360 heatsink issue, when they would red ring, no, I'm pretty sure I got like the 4th edition or iteration of the Xbox 360 when that came out. But I always prefer to wait at least one, preferably actually 2. So on the 3rd printing or edition, so-called, too, because one, you get to work out all the kinks both mechanically and software and how they sync with each other, and two, there's some special editions that come out with different colors and different cool things. So then I only have to buy the one.
So that's
because that white and black, I don't like it.
Well, I don't mind it.
I have 2 points now. The first one I was going to say is sometimes getting the earlier editions does pay off.
It's true. The PS3. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the big PS3, which allows me to play most PS2 games, at least 50% of them. I don't think that I encountered any problems. And it lets me play PS1 games and use the internal memory cards, which is a system that they got rid of.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why I thought it was genius. Like, oh, I can just save it as a file on my PS3. It's like it's a computer, but it's not. And, oh man, now I forgot the other point. It's dead to me now.
Either way, I do think it's funny though that when you said as far as backwards compatibility, PlayStation said that 98% of the PS4 games are going to be backwards compatible, which makes you question what's the other percentage of not PS4 games.
So I think that this is a curious case, and it's going to lead us right into the next topic, which is launch titles.
Yeah.
So the titles that will be available at launch, there's only 7 official ones that have been released. However, those are new IPs. What we are actually also getting are remakes.
Masters.
And Demon's Souls is technically part of the launch title lineup. But on the flip side of that, you have the masterclass of PS4 games, which are available in one of 2 ways. And this is where that percentage thing comes in. So, do you think that in that 2%, they are including the games that will have upgrades? Those include title launch games like Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's games where it has the upgrade key, like the upgrade feature. Even Avengers, I think, has the upgrade feature where you'll be able to convert it to a PS5 game if you've already purchased it for the PS4, which I think is smart. Like, you've already purchased it.
And Final Fantasy 16 is going to come out for the PS4, but they said that it should be able to convert to the PS5.
And it's not alone. God of War and Horizon also. But other launch titles. Sorry.
I feel like... No, you're right. I feel like, yes, they will be playable as they are, but they will have... You will be able to tell
it'd be downgraded
in graphics. Yeah, it will be presented downgraded to try to make you pay whatever they decide that fee to be to upgrade it to a PS5. I feel like that's how it will. So I hope that's where it will land.
Yeah, well, what my understanding is that if you buy it for the PS4, it's going to be a free upgrade. At least I know that for Valhalla and I think Ghost. It's not. They're not going to charge you extra. It's going to be, you've already purchased it, you have it. Like the Ultimate Edition of Valhalla, if you're getting the Ultimate Edition, if you were lucky enough to pre-order the Valhalla Edition and didn't make the same mistake I did when pre-ordering, I was waiting for the PS5 version of it to become available. Little did I know that the PS4 version was the PS5 version.
Yeah,
I just didn't read the fine print enough, so I didn't get the collector's bundle like I wanted. But it's supposed to be a free upgrade into the PS5 era. That said, so it concludes this statement, and then we'll talk about the actual software. Games are going up in price.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
They're switching to
$70. Now we don't. And then part of it, I'm hoping part of that's due to new technology, 4K technology. Maybe they're just trying.
So it might be a twofold thing. So in my opinion, the first rule is if you want consumers to go one direction, you make the other direction available but not desirable. So maybe games being $70 are just hard copies of the games. That way you can help to convince people to go into digital copies of things. That way when you do the next release of consoles, you don't need to have a disc version. Or in later editions of the same generation, you no longer need to include that disc as one of the things that you can have. It helps switch people into that all-digital market. The same thing with other launch titles like PlayStation Plus Collection, which brings you the idea of PS4 games, the best of the best. Days Gone, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. They're all going to be available day one at launch on the PS5 digitally as long as you're a PlayStation Plus member. That's a genius move. And it's all digital content. It moves you away from the idea of having the disc, which, of course, we all know, not having that disc lowers your production cost. However, it also removes the idea of collector's bundles, unless you can still get a collector's bundle, but instead they just send you a statue. And I'm not going to lie, that Thunderjaw statue that was collectible for Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one, I'm still all about it, and I kind of still want to get it, even though it's $250 by itself. It doesn't come with a game, it's just the Thunderjaw, but man, does it look awesome. And I think that might be the way that it goes moving forward. So that said...
I don't know. I mean, never mind. I had like 5 points, and it doesn't matter anymore. Go ahead.
Why not?
Because I don't remember them all because he talks so fast. You wouldn't. I was trying not to interrupt you, and you kept whatever. Just keep going. There's some fucking awesome games, and I'm super excited for them. Even though I'm gonna wait forever. Well, no, I'll probably still just get them on the PS4.
Don't worry.
As long as they release it on the PS4, I'll still get it there.
I initially had the same thought process as you, Paige. I was initially thinking, should I wait for the second gen version of the PS5? But the problem is that I'm going to have the same issue that I had with the PS3, which was I waited, but then all of my friends were playing games, and then they were like, oh, this, all that, all this game. And I'm like, oh, I'm alone.
But it will be available on the PS4.
Yeah, and you've
already said that they're all going to be released there, and it's going to be compatible with the PS5 because it's all on the same network.
No, absolutely. I was just talking about as far as just having the console.
Yeah, so other things is the PS5 is coming, and the games look great. Totally sold on it. I'm definitely buying it.
Yep.
I don't necessarily feel the necessity of having it when it first comes out, because I already know in late October I will be playing Ghost of Tsushima, the multiplayer. I will be playing the fuck out of it with my friends on the PS4. I'll be playing Squadrons on the PS4. Like, I
already reserved it.
Yeah, they have enough content continuing to come. But the 7 new games that are for sure coming out at launch include Godfall, which I think looks cool. And then, of course, you have Miles Morales leading the charge with the new Spider-Man game.
Indeed.
I'm super stoked for it, especially those fight scenes. Those combos were killer. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with those.
Yeah, I think that the Spider-Man series is evolving kind of similarly to the Arkham Batman series.
Kind of, yeah. I know some similar fights, like some of the... They seem to be more streamlined. They're more like not like all over the place like in the last Spider-Man game.
So I didn't think they were all over the place in the last Spider-Man game, but it definitely does seem like it's more streamlined. And of course, Miles has more offensive materials like the shocking spider bite and his ability to go invisible. So yeah. I'm interested to see what they do with his new powers.
Well, and it's about the combos too that make it more streamlined, that make it a little different in Spider-Man, because you could see when he was in midair doing all of those, using all those different techniques, like, because you could see the buttons on some of them. So it's all about the combos, and it's gonna be really interesting to play, especially as he progresses.
I agree with that. And then other launch titles that you have Just Dance 2021. Which,
that's why I was like, I'm not too excited about that.
I kind of want to try it, but I know, of course, it requires another camera add-on. And then I'm excited for Sackboy's Adventure, mostly because I like Sackboy. I like the little Big Planet people, so I'm on board.
I never played those games.
They're really fun. It's the thing that
you think it looks adorable, so I'd play it, but no, I just didn't get it.
Yeah, the thing that I like most about the little Big Planet games is the same thing that I love about Dreams, which is it's really user-created content that makes those games great.
Yeah, but this one's not user-created content.
I know this one's not. It's going to be more streamlined, and that's because they've passed the torch. Like, I can't wait to see what Dreams does on the PlayStation 5, but that's going to be a different cast for a different time. Like, that's just... Man, it's going to be great. Fascinating. They're already doing shit where I'm like, how long did that take? Did you spend 100 hours building this? And it's like, no, it took me like 3. I'm like, okay, well, it'll take me 100. And then you have Destruction Alley. Shit. Now I've forgotten the name of it. The one where you've got the cars. You have the cars and you have the drivers.
I know which one you're talking about, and I do want to play that one.
It's not
Destruction All-Stars.
There it is. Thank you. I was like, All-Stars, that's the one.
It's like Burnout and Cell Damage had a baby. It's going to look awesome.
Yeah, the game looks like a lot of fun. It's chaotic. It looks it just looks fun. And then Demon Souls, of course, at launch.
Of course, yeah.
Whatever.
I think those are kind of the big ones. The game.
No. The next big one is Deathloop. Well, I'm so fucking psyched about that game.
But right, so there's post-launch titles that are coming. So obviously at launch, like right at launch, there's only going to be that handful. But then in that second dosing is really where I think Sony's going to be like, "Hey Xbox, come on," and then just run away with it.
Well, that's what they did with the PS4. They were neck and neck in the beginning, and then PS4 dropped all these badass titles, and they were like, "Bye-bye, Xbox."
Yeah. So Deathloop. Let's talk about it. Deathloop seems awesome. I think that it's really cool that you're going to be able to play the same board again and again and again and memorize the best way to do it. So I don't know if
what makes it so different is that you have different times. Like if you get rid of this one dude, because this new trailer let you see way more about how the gameplay and strategy is going to play into it. Because then you can, if you kill this one dude at this time, then these people will be in the same place, so you can get two of them at once instead of having to go in between all these. So there's obviously an optimal way to do this, and you're going to spend the whole time figuring out the little bitty pieces, because it also looks like a discovery game, and then you have that assassin that's trying to fucking kill you. It looks so awesome. I cannot wait to play this game.
unless I'm mistaken, the assassin is another player, right?
It is.
No, it's an NPC, but
it's the main antagonist in the game, really.
I think the main antagonist can be played by another player.
No, not the way they described it.
I'm gonna watch it again. I think
no,
it's playable.
Because he says that you technically have 9 targets, because including her, but she only has you.
Right. So she's an NPC. But the only thing that I can say about this game, just kind of after watching the new trailer, I have a feeling it might get hella annoying, having to redo the same stage, same setting.
Well, then stop dying.
Well, actually, the point of it is to kind of die. That way it has a little bit of Demon Souls into it, to where you have to kind of figure out your way.
You have to learn the best way of doing it.
The best way of doing it. But I can see it getting.
This is operant conditioning. It's teaching you, if you keep doing this, you're doing it wrong, so you go try a different tactic. So if you do keep dying and it gets annoying, then obviously this is not the correct direction to take, so you should do this instead, or learn more things. It's going to be so fucking awesome.
I do want to say this. So out of the latest State of Play, I think that the breakaway trailer for a game that I didn't realize that I might want to play, and now I kind of want to play it, is Black Ops Cold War,
dude,
which is really hard to say. Dude. I haven't been interested in any of those games, and then I'm like,
I was a hardcore Call of Duty fan up until 3. 3 was the last game that I really enjoyed. And then I kind of stopped playing it because they're just rehashing some of the same old stuff. But Cold War looks like they've taken it to a whole new level.
That's because that campaign looks awesome. I like playing Call of Duty for the campaigns, because I hate multiplayer. The multiplayer is so fucking annoying.
What? You don't like playing with other people online in games? That seems so weird.
I know. I never like that in any game. Call of Duty, they're so expensive, but the campaign is always so small because most people play it for the multiplayer. But this one looks like it has a robust story, and that's going to make me actually want to dive in.
Yeah, and they're of course still throwing in zombies, which I'm all about the zombie campaign.
I'm interested to see what they do for their zombies thing, and then
they said it was something different. So.
Yeah.
And then speaking of zombies, of course, we have another trailer or another look at The Village, which of course is Resident Evil 8.
Yeah. Which is, to me, it doesn't seem like a Resident Evil game, but that's just my opinion.
To me, it seems right on par.
It seems just like another horror.
Well, it's a survival horror game.
Yeah.
Looks a little Silent Hill-y to me.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Silent Hill. Very.
I don't know. I'm gonna reserve judgment.
I totally in the same genre. Honestly,
I didn't see a single Umbrella Corp logo anywhere in neither one of the 2 trailers they came out with.
It's part of the story.
Yeah. I don't remember there being in the build-up to Resident Evil 4, though. I don't remember there being.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is this: sales dude at the end of Village, you are not the dude from Resident Evil 4. You never will be. You're never going to be on his level. You got to raise it up, son. You got to be like, what are you buying? What are you selling?
Oh yeah, that one guy.
And you got to show up in random fucking places with a trench coat.
He might.
And then I'll know.
He might show up.
No, man. Nah, he didn't have that feel. I was like, I ain't feeling you. You're not my sales guy. Get out of here. And then, of course, you have the big ones still to come. No official release dates, but we know that they are on the horizon.
Oh, God.
Also, I wanted to talk about this real quick. So, Xbox delayed the release of Halo Infinite, or Halo Reach, or I don't know, whatever this newest Halo one is.
It's called Legacy?
Sure. Halo Legacy got delayed into 2021. I want to know when the fuck they're thinking of putting it out. Because, like, Sony has not said the release dates for Horizon, and now Ragnarok is announced for 2021.
That's going to be great.
So, if Sony has those two in the bag, like, they're in post or they're ready for release and Sony's just waiting, can you imagine what happens if Master Chief comes out to fight Kratos or Aloy in some kind of battle for console dominance?
That's a
I want to see that battle.
That's a lose-lose.
I don't think it's a lose-lose. It's not going to sell more Xbox consoles because they already announced that it's going to be on PC, which is
dumb.
I don't understand the concept of that. Like, at least with the Sony games moving to PC, I'm like, well, they'll probably give them a robust amount of time on the PlayStation as an exclusive before they move them.
Honestly, I feel like it's smart on Microsoft's part because it's Microsoft. Microsoft is PC. So they have the PC market, I want to say, is the same size as both consoles put together. Is that accurate? I thought I'd heard that somewhere.
Oh, it is building. It's a building one, but the PC
is huge. And I think if you add them together, they beat Sony. So I think that's what they're banking on. Is there because they're the same company, their bottom lines add together. So I feel like that's a safe choice. I feel like that's them playing it safe to make sure that their bottom line is cushioned. My opinion.
I can believe that. And then, other than Ragnarok, the only other one that I know post-launch is Ratchet and Clank. And then I'm sure the game that Paige is most interested in is Harry Potter.
I mean, Hogwarts Legacy looks really cool. I've played other Harry Potter games in the past, and the gameplay has not been good. Just straight up. It's not good. So I am going to wait until I see gameplay footage before I make a choice, because the story aspect of your choices determine the story. I love those kinds of games. Those kinds of games are the most interesting to me because it allows for a wider range of gameplay and multiple playthroughs. But I don't know. I need to see gameplay because every single Harry Potter, with the exception of Lego Harry Potter, every single Harry Potter game I've ever played has been shit. So we'll see.
I can say that I think I would be a little bit more interested in playing this, especially since it's not quote unquote Harry Potter, but
it's the world of Harry Potter, but it takes place in the late 1800s, early 1800s, something like that. So
it says it takes place in the 1800s. My favorite reaction was being told to pause the video and then the breakdown of, I don't like this game already. Why is that? How's there a black student?
Yeah, I was like, how is there a black student in this world? Like, how is that a thing?
Yeah, at this time.
No, because it's in Britain, and Britain abolished slavery before America did, I want to say.
Yeah, well, and we had an entire in-depth conversation about it. Like, it was a funny moment to have during the Sony press conference.
I was like, pause it. Wait a minute.
Guys, come on.
Was that a black character that was customized?
Well, it's also in a world that has magic, so get over yourself. There's a black person there.
Yeah, I just chalked it up to magic.
They're magical too.
I was like, magic. I just chalked it up to magic, especially since in the game apparently they go all over the world, and we do know that. Is there a United States Wizarding World?
Yeah, there's a school in the United States.
That's what the Fantastic Beasts movies was about. It takes place in America.
So, but yeah,
PlayStation has so much stuff on the horizon. Like,
well, Final Fantasy 16 was announced, and it was announced that it was a PlayStation exclusive.
And
it returned to form. I just want to let you guys know on Xbox, Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. You might as well just brace yourself for impact now.
Well, okay, how many fucking years did we have to wait in between all of them? Don't hold your breath. It may be PlayStation 6 before we get one.
She's not lying. It's like
Yeah, and you know what you're gonna need before you play the PlayStation 6 Kingdom Hearts 4? You're gonna need the PlayStation 6 remaster of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 2.5, 7, 8.
And you know what? I'm gonna buy it.
Did you see the meme that was Xbox?
Yes.
In comparison to Kingdom Hearts? Because it was like PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox 358 over 2, Xbox Chain of Memories. Like, it's like,
it's true story.
Xbox needs help. I mean, I'm not hating the Xbox fans.
They're using the same counting system as Windows. 95,
98, yeah.
X.
I mean, they're having to differentiate themselves from Sony because Sony just does a sequential count. So I guess they're trying to not just... I feel like if they went that route, they would have gotten flack for it in the other direction. So they're doing what they want. I can respect them for it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still not going to buy one, but I can respect them for it.
Xbox squared.
No, like, it tripped me out. It was like Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. I was like, wait, what? Like, how do you go back a number?
More than one. You went back 359. And then in other news, just in case you were wondering, Nintendo is also doing their best. The Switch is going to be announced in 4K. Okay. All right, Nintendo.
Well, 4K gaming. Huh?
Nintendo had to try. Nintendo was great. The Switch is a fabulous system. They don't need to do nothing to it. No. The Switch is just fine, thank you. They just keep putting out the games and we'll be just fine.
Yeah, the new Switch will now have a higher resolution on the actual device itself, and then they're able to display 4K gaming onto a television once it's docked. But, I mean... I want to get a Switch. I was in GameStop the other day, and I was like, there's a lot of cool games that I would totally play on a Switch.
Yeah, and if you plan on getting that Super Mario one, which I do kind of want.
I kind of want to.
You got to get it before March, or it's gone forever. So, do you remember the Disney Vault concept of it? This is released, and then it goes away for a long time?
I don't want them to do that.
Yeah, that is Nintendo's new marketing approach. So they have released a master collection of Mario games, which is Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, and Super Mario Sunshine for the Switch. But it is a limited run. It only runs until March of 2021, and then it's gone. It's put back into the Nintendo Vault.
But if you buy it, you have it, right? Like,
yeah, if you buy it, you have it. Correct.
Okay.
It's a hard copy game.
Oh, okay.
And like all three of those games
it might be digital download also, but once you have it, you have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you excited about in the next generation? What are you looking forward to seeing? Is there something that we missed? You can tell us about a Microsoft thing and see if you can convince us. I don't know.
It would be hard pressed at least to convince me.
You might convince us to get it on the PC.
Maybe.
Since that's the thing
sure.
you can do.
Several games I plan on getting on the PC for sure. But I don't have to buy an Xbox. I have my PC. I'm good.
It's true.
Very true.
Was there something at the PlayStation in all these states of play that are happening? And if you're not subscribed to their YouTube channel to see all the games that they don't do states of play on, you're missing out. Like, so many games fly under the radar, but they put them up there for everybody to see.
And they're actually good games. Some indie, but they're good games.
Yeah, and always support the indie market. So we want to hear from you guys. Tell us what you think. Tell us there's a game that we should play. We'll play it. We got time, and we like games a lot.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. But go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I guess we're signing off for now, but we'll catch you next time. I'm going to go back to playing Avengers, which has that whole, if it's annoying, just keep trying and you get better aspect.
And I actually just went back into my PlayStation Plus account and re-downloaded my save file for God of War because I have to start playing God of War because
he still hasn't finished the first one. We haven't been able to discuss it.
So not the first one, but the
fourth one. The first fourth one.
First current one.
The first North
God of
one.
War on the PS4.
Yes, the God of War on the PS. Thank you, Paige.
Jesus hasn't entered it yet.
No, Odin is always watching.
Yeah. I really want to know if they're going to put him against the Egyptian pantheon as like the last.
No, he's going to go up against the Christian mythology.
If they pull a Xena Hercules thing, I'm going to be very upset with this whole thing.
They won't.
I'm already kind of upset with the whole thing.
They won't.
But anyways, we'll see you later, guys.
Yep. Bye.
Stay safe out there.